we're going to see if they're able to abuse that actually at King of the North. But till then, we're going to see what Plebs can do today. It's big boy game time. Just throw the headset on. Oh, this food's going to get wasted, man. I need to eat it quicker. I need to talk less. Come on. Ah. I always like to talk about trying to gain vision of the enemy jungler at these level 1s. I think it is massively important. They feel a bit pressured by the enemy team, so they're not going to press for it. Tarek will typically start with his stuns, so if you ever run into him, you're pretty much dead. So I can understand playing this really passively. So junglers, they're going to start on the opposite sides of the map from each other. Could see to parallel ganks across the map. Clearly, I think Crimson's planning on snowballing that bot lane, which I think is definitely a wise idea. I do like potentially seeing him apply some pressure to the top lane, because I think Trundle, if not early, will win out that matchup. Stake is having some fun on that level 1. But yeah, definitely get a Twitch ahead. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Ooh, excellent abuse of the brush there from the Trundle. Denies the vision. He's then able to get the grass ball to attack, while Spenbo isn't. It's big boy stuff, that is. So in terms of the lanes, I think Corki has a decent matchup against Galio. Galio, of course, does have the natural counter to any magic damage, which Corki does do. But he will be damaging you with the Trinity Force with the crits. And that's something that Galio won't itemize against. One of the advantages, of course, that Galio does have is just being able to shove the waves. Corki does that pretty decently as well. He's one of the few mid laners where if you like both run out of mana in lane, which definitely can happen in this matchup, he wins out, obviously, because his auto attacks are going to do more damage than anyone else's. Really good trade there. Bembo, he has the advantage in this matchup in the sense that zero mobility from the Trundle makes it super easy to land the Rupture onto him. Excellent ward from the Plebs, making that gank completely predicted. We're going to see how long he sticks around for that one. They'll capture the recall. Zach will look for a potential counter gank, or realize, hey look, if he goes back, I should match that back timer. Tell them to go in. Well, firstly, I have no contact with the teams, and secondly, this is 3 minutes ago, thanks to the delay. So I'll let them know. You know what? Message Jackal. Twitch chat says go in. We'll see what happens. I'll tell you what, I'm loving this meal, but my word, I cooked myself way too much. This is going to get wasted. Feels bad now. I'd like to pay respects to this meal. By putting F in the chat. There you go. Oh, hey, look. The junglers found each other. Oh, good stun. Excellent Unbreakable, though, to block all of the trade damage that was going to follow through on that stun. Look at this vision. There's a ward there, there's a ward there, there's a ward there. Like, Jarvan's going to get tracked if he ever steps in the top side, man. Alright, we're done with this. Massive waste, but whatever. What's their elo? I think it's average low diamond. If I had to guess. I know that Keel's team is like at least using last season's rankings, it's about 3 diamond 3s. There's like a plat 1 and a plat 3 or something like that. I'm apologies if I'm completely wrong, but apple juice is delicious, man. Holy hell. Ah, so good. Whoever invented apple juice, whoever squeezed an apple, round of applause for them. Well done. Phenomenal to them. Mid lane, okay. Galio, he has his catalyst, so that could be a Rod of Ages, it could be an Abyssal Mask. Usually for Galio, it is the Abyssal Mask. Which doesn't tell us whether he will be going for that AP or tankish route quite yet. We see in the jungle, gold slightly up for the Jarvan. I think he's been able to clear 1 extra camp first, but Stake getting traded on. He's looking for an optimal back. He doesn't quite have enough gold to. Good choice of juice. Oh, it's great. It's great. Nothing beats it. Okay, maybe like orange juice on a good day, but like most of the time, apple juice wins out every time. Oh no, top lane gank. I'm not sure how I feel about that flash from Bembo. Because I mean, Cataclysm, you have to save it for that. You're gonna die regardless, you know. Either way, really good gank from Jarvan. Made excellent use of the poor vision, which I believe there was poor vision. If we have a look, yeah, there was nothing available from Bembo to scout that one out. Let's catch up to. Oh, okay. No, don't speed up. Don't speed up. Okay, here we go. Hey, it's just a solid gank from the Zac. Manages to tag the Taric. Let's bounces him into the middle of the team. He's gonna channel his ultimate. It will save them for a little bit of damage, but they will have the CC here. Exhaust getting popped by him. Stun. Oh no, the Buster Shot knocked him away from the stun. They're gonna follow this through as the hero's entrance does only get onto 1 double taunt coming out. They just don't really have much damage right now. Elastic Slingshot. Yeah, okay, that'll be the end of the fight. It's a good response. Jarvan shows up in the top lane, gets a kill. You're like, okay, cool. Let's go. Escare it. Let's go bot lane. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's nasty. Coming in with the package is Stake. They're going to be able to zone them away from the Zac. Passive Cell Division will be able to keep them alive on that one. Spray and Pray gets them kind of low, but they will be able to walk away from this one. Just about. Good response from Plebs. Like, they were easily able to just come and back up their teammate. And again, as far as I'm aware, 100% win rate on this Zac in all of their games that they've played so far. Oh, interesting from Benbow. He doesn't have the flash, so this could be terrible for him. He's trying to get the slow off, yeah, with his E, but he's going to get punished really hard for that one. This is where we start to see the kick-in effect of that Trundle being able to counter tanks. The Subjugate just pulls away all of his resistances, makes him even tankier. So there's no way they can ever win that 1v1 matchup. I do appreciate the Ninja Tabby rush though. That is just like amazing against Trundle. I also believe that bear with me, I've forgotten the name of the item. Hang on. It builds into Thornmail, and it gives grievous wounds when they hit you. Bear with, hang on. No, I'm gonna Google it. Oh, I hate having to do this, man. Bramble Vest, yeah, big boy Bamble. Bramble Vest, I would have really liked to have seen that as well. And it looks like he's just going to try and rush out the Righteous Glory, though. Cho'Gath does have like a really strict build path, to be honest. Most of the time it's, you know, you need to get Righteous Glory, you need to get Warmogs, you need to get like Stone Plate. And now in this meta, you also need to get the Banner of Command. So I understand him not wanting to divert from the build, but it's a big boy item against Trundle. But we see the Trundle is going for a Titanic Hydra here, which makes it a little bit better that he's not gone for the... Oh, I've already forgotten the name! I literally just Googled it! How can I forget the item that I was talking about that does grievous wounds, whose name I've just completely forgotten? Yeah, that Bramble Vest. Yeah. He's not gone for the lifesteal version of the Tiamat item now, and engage in the bot lane. Jarvan is here with the response. Taric is going to protect all three of them. Damage dishing out. They do have the Cataclysm onto Jackal. Teleport was channeled. A follow through from the Trundle as the hero's entrance. Galio joins in the fray. That's the 5-man party in the bot lane to counter the gank. The pressure of these globals are insane. And see that the Taric ult right there, showing you exactly how powerful it can be. All three of his teammates, they were able to stall for the other two to turn up because they couldn't take, like, they weren't receiving any damage. And that's insane. Oh, that's... Okay. That was such a good pillar. Crimson was looking for the flyby potential smite steal. And then the pillar knocked him, it displaced him whilst he was channeling the elastic slingshot. Therefore causing the interrupt. That was beautiful. Gonna pick up the Cloud Drake now. Junglers, both completing boots plus Cinder Hulk now. It's red to blue. I guess I'm fine with the red and the Jarvan. I'm trying to weigh it up in my head which one would be better. Yeah. Yeah, probably red. Ooh, we do see the Rod of Ages for Galio. So I guess he will be opting for the AP version of the build. I'm okay with that. And it's 2 turrets to 0 now for Nottingham. They have pressure in both of the side lanes. There was a lane swap, but it was responded to by Plebs. We see that CS difference in the top lane it's just growing. Honestly, it's disgusting how much pressure this Trundle is able to assert onto him. And it's not like at this point in the game, if the Zac was to show up and they went for the 1v2, Trundle's getting to a point where he might actually be able to turn it. We do see he has a Bilgewater Cutlass, which I'm making the assumption will, of course, become the Blade of the Ruined King. And when it does become that, I think there's basically no situation where he can't win the 1v2. There's just not enough damage between these two tanks, and he counters both of them so hard. But Stake, he has his Trinity Force done. That's the first item spike now for Corki. No crit as of yet, and that is, of course, the big boy, which really makes that Corki scary, I guess. One thing to note in the top lane, there is a teleport advantage for a couple seconds. We got about 3/4 of the duration of the teleport cooldown for Trundle. So during that tiny window, we could see an opportunity for Plebs to try and make a play where they will have the advantage on map pressure. If they were to maybe try and do it on this mid lane, you get that situation where the Galio can't assert pressure because he's the one, being dove on. But this is where we see that top lane being shoved in. They're able to remove the vision around this Herald, and they will just go and pick that up uncontested. Bot lane being shoved as well. There's nothing he can really do about this. About 60 CS down now in that lane. Baron will be spawning in shortly, about 2 minutes. This will be very important for both teams. No one is anywhere near a banner of command as of yet, but still, Baron is powerful on its own nonetheless. This is something which is definitely worth attempting to sneak, attempting to rush now on this patch. And again, with this side lane control, they're really able to just punish any overextends for vision, and they might just be able to look for a pick-off around that 20-minute time. Try and see if they can catch off maybe Pepe Frog going for a ward. Kill him. They know it's a 4v5, provided they haven't expended too many resources to kill him. They can just go for that Baron, and they probably will get it. So Dragon is also coming up a little bit earlier than that. We see the backs now from the Nottingham team, which is really good. They're going to be spending all of the money which they have in their pockets. All of the money that was on the map not being utilized outside of the Trundle, who is now also recalling, will get used. Honestly, that was really good to see. They shove everything in so they get free recalls, and there's no way that they can really respond it for Plebs. Because there's nothing to do. It's just, okay, shove back out the lanes. That's fine. Whatever. We could maybe have seen them going to replace wards, but I mean, there's only one in the pocket of Pepe Frog right now. And the two of the teammates, they're already on cooldown, so excellent back timer there. I thought this NGC Max person was the top laner. I could be wrong, but I thought I'd seen him in the top before. Oh well. Gonna place a control on this. Teleport is now available for this Trundle, so there's no way they can try and stop the steal. Ah, they... What? Corki managing to steal away the dragon. Again, it is only a cloud, but what? Nah, come on. Just press smite properly. That's not hard. Rift Herald now going to get channeled in this mid lane. Again, this is a lane near Baron. This is huge to get. This top lane Benbow has nothing he can do against this. It's going to hit into the head of it. Engage now coming through. Let's bounce. Has been channeled. It's there finally onto two of them. Hero's entrance is coming through. The Taric ultimate was able to deny so much damage. Jackal trying to fire away on the backline. He flashes the Cataclysm. The exhaust was there, so we didn't completely tear apart the team. Galio gets the taunt off onto one, and now Benbow's finally here for the fight. Stake gets the first kill onto the Tristana. A huge pickup for them there, as they're also able to get that Trundle. Galio now looking to see if he can get Crimson. Did have his passive, but they didn't even need to burn it there, as that was such a good fight for Plebs. Walking away with 0 deaths and picking up 2 kills for themselves. The side lanes are getting shoved in again, but you need that to happen. You can't let this mid tower fall. You need to be able to control that Baron at this point in the game. Stake finding the pickoff onto the Tristana in that fight as well. Huge. Really good from him. I'm glad to see that. I'm interested as to why Chicken Chow Kane on the Galio has gone with Aftershock here, considering he's gone like full AP by the looks of things. Electrocute is typically what you would take if that's the case. So this does surprise me. They've made the call for Stake to use the teleport into the mid lane. I'm fine with that. Again, you don't want to let this tower fall. You can't give up pressure on this side of the map. Oh, good. Good cancel. If that delays the Galio a little bit further, then that's good. It allows you that time window to go and play some vision that is desperately needed currently. Stake looking to go in. Zach didn't get the elastic sling shot because that Justice Punch dodged it out. Cataclysm is now there. Onto 2 stuns are coming out. Zach jumps in, gets the knock up on all of them. Cell Division is going to get used though. Stake is getting fired on by this Tristana, but Jackal joins the fray. Fires away, doesn't manage to find Chicken Chow Kane, but gets him desperately low. And again, Zach is falling fast in these fights. Well, at least getting low. But he manages to escape it every time. This time it is the passive, though. Teleport burnt from the Galio, taking them back to this mid lane. They really want that tower to fall. Tristana is amazing at sieging, so they can't let up pressure here. Pepe Frog taking some damage. Able to hop away from that one, though. They're going to trade this back because NGC Max stepped too far forwards. Corki with the package, just going to zone them with that one. Now Benbow is a trade in the bot lane yet again. Trundle swinging so fast. That percentage health damage on the Bork. Righteous Glory is completed, though. There's that Bramble Vest for Benbow. So that will be helping him out. Now, we see from Mauer on this Jarvan, 9 health above the threshold on this Warmogs that he's picked up as his second item. Zach is also looking for it, but we have a look at the gold difference. He's about 700 down, so he's not quite there. My word, look at the gold in the top lane though. 2,000 plus just on that Trundle. He's definitely the one trying to carry his team. Surprising amount of a gold lead on that Tristana. I think she probably picked up the local gold from the towers. So I expect that's putting her in that small edge of Jackal. Both of the AD carries are at that 2-item spike now, though, with the Infinity Edge plus their Zeal item. Tristana has more of a jump in power at the 2 items than Twitch does at the 3 items, so this is kind of it's a bigger window for the Tristana than it is Jackal on Twitch. And we saw that in the fight. She got a couple pop shots onto Stake, and yeah, he definitely took quite a bit of damage, Jarvan. Looking to engage. Now, another reason I really like this Jarvan pick, comboed with the Galio, but outside of the combo, it deals with Twitch phenomenally. Again, no mobility. In fact, where's the mobility outside of what, the Elastic Slingshot and the Valkyrie? That's it. Cataclysm is either a flash or a kill most of the time. Perfect pick in that jungle for Nottingham. Leandri's Torment now completed for this Galio. I'm not too sure about that, actually. Are they going to be able to get another steal? Cancelled it this time around. Okay, they got it. Still, again, I think that was a miss smite, considering Trundle got it, but Pillar again. Cancel Slingshot. So, yeah, Leandri's, I don't know. After their changes, it's not really like an optimal item. What you're hoping to do with that is have long amounts of fighting, or like extended damage durations, which you can get on champions that, let's say, have poison, like Cassio, champions that have damage over time, like a Karthus, or who's planning on doing multiple bits of damage, like Azir with his soldiers, or again the Karthus with his little skittles on the ground. Galio, not as much. Like the reason people like to take Electrocute on him is because it's sort of like a QE auto, and then you're out, you know? Auto, of course, blocking the passive. Like the Q, yeah, it does multiple instances of damage, but it's more about, I believe, seconds that you're in the fight, as opposed to each time you do damage. Yeah, for each second in fight. So Galio, not so much. He is a tanky boy, though, and that does mean he stays alive for a while, so you could see that 10 seconds certainly build up. But the reason I say I'm not a massive fan of it is because Morellonomicon is fantastic in this situation. It's not called Morellonomicon anymore, it's Morello's something. But we're going to see that picked up now. I would have liked to have seen it earlier, though. I would have liked to have seen that as the second item. Reason why. Cho'Gath, he likes to sustain. Stake, I mean, he's taken Fleet Footwork, so he likes to sustain. Jackal, also taking Fleet Footwork, he likes to sustain. Zac, when he's picking up his passive blobs, he heals. Multiple champions heal here. Now we're looking for a play in the bot lane. Jackal gets the slow off onto him, going to be firing away. Subjugate, tags onto him. Pepe Frog looks to get the ward down onto this Baron, throws down the ultimate, flashes over the wall, but they're going to follow him through. And now Crimson Longinus is in a really weird situation as well. I'm sure he's going to have to try and let's bounce out of this. Gets knocked up. He's just not going to escape this one. Cell Division comes out, but they're not going to be able to defend him. Jackal making the roam from the bot lane does appear in the fight. He's going to spray down onto them as Tarek is the first casualty, but he's in such a weird situation now. Jumping forwards, First Order Traitor looking for it, and he gets it. And again, the top laners are now going at it in the bot lane, but Baron, it's open now. The red team, they're going to get this. This is huge for Nottingham. Wait, they're pulling away from it? Why? Ah, I see. Okay. They realize they can't deny vision on this. Cho'Gath could just teleport in. And his ultimate has the execute. They probably went, hey, top laner, does Cho'Gath have ult? Yes. Ah. Damn it. I guess you have to pull away. You know what? Good call. Good call. I was questioning it. I couldn't figure it out why, but again, oh well, there you go. There's a reason for that Cho'Gath pick now. I'm assuming it was blind picked. It was probably like 5th rotation on blue side. If I had to guess, let me see. I have a picture of it. Yeah. Well, 4th rotation, but same thing basically. So it was left open for that counter pick, which was going to be the Trundle. So, I assume. But it's still good because it has so much control over that Baron, and he has the banner now. He has picked it up. We do see one for Tarek, so it's 1 for 1 so far on these teams. I expect Braum, yep, looking to build a second one. That Baron, it's so huge on this patch. Triple Cloud, by the way. Just noticed that that's the case. Amazing RNG. Phenomenal, might I say. Let's take a look back at that gold lead. We've seen about 5k, about 6k, I guess, advantage for Nottingham. But honestly, like, I think that's probably... yeah, I mean, 3,000 of it is entirely on the Trundle. 2,000 then on the Tristana. It's not noticeable, honestly, that gold lead. The only thing you can actually see is by looking at the map and seeing where the towers have gone down. That's the only, like, clear giveaway. In these fights, you couldn't tell that they were up in gold. Now, it is 4-0 on turrets. And again, that mid tower, which we were talking about earlier, finally, they're able to open up on it and take it away. Oh, that rapid fire cannon shot. Crimson looking for an engage onto the Jarvan. He's just going to hop away from that one. Dragons coming up again? Man, these dragons are flying in this game. Morello is complete for Galio. There's the rapid fire and the infinity edge as well. It's the 3 items. Everyone's reaching a peak, honestly, in these fights. Zach does have his Warmogs as well. We do see Locket available for Plebs, but not currently for Nottingham. They did opt for the banner before the Locket, whereas Plebs called the other way around. An Ocean Dragon. Again, these aren't the dragons you really be... like, imagine if that was Triple Infernal. Obviously, there probably would have been a fight over it if it was Infernal. There would have been some sort of contest. But, man, if that was Triple Infernal, that would have been lovely. But you don't really need to care about these dragons. Potentially looking for a fight. Chicken Chow Kane doesn't have flash, so we can't go for the flash shielded Durand plays, which we like to see from Galio. Again, I'm waiting for an engage from Red Team. We're just not seeing it. And this is where I was talking about Crimson on this Zac. The dude's a beast. He always finds the openings that he needs to. And he's going to always be the one opening on the initiation. So we never see Jarvan flag and drag in, Cataclysm onto the Twitch, follow it through the hero's entrance. That never happens. We never get the call from the Tarek to preemptively ult, so there can't be a response to the engage. He's always responding to the enemy's engage. And I think that's kind of a flaw which we're seeing from Nottingham. They're not pulling the trigger. This advantage, it's now a 7k advantage. I just don't see it because they're not starting these fights. Stake showing up to the top lane. Oh, wait, okay. Looking to block him out there. That was really not good for him. Galio is doing so much damage now. Jackal sneaking onto him. Okay, that's really not good. Crimson's going to be able to jump into this one. Tarek onto 3. Jackal is already so low on this fight. Stake low as well. Plebs just don't have any health bars coming into this fight. Trundle flashing forward's amazing pillar. They're just going to shred through the team. Now Stake can't even escape on the backline. Bembo wasn't even there for that fight. Everything has gone wrong now for Plebs from that. They're going to be able to get 5 people alive to get this Baron and then shove in the lane. Again, only 1 banner, but that doesn't matter because there's going to be no one able to kill it for a while. They're going to call for the recall instead of instantly trying to bury themselves down one of these lanes, spend all their gold that they have built up. Trundle will be a little bit delayed, but that's okay. I'm expecting him to split push anyways. Tristana's showing up. She's built the balk for herself now. Whilst Twitch hasn't picked it up yet. Adaptive Helm, I really like that on the Trundle. It's a phenomenal item against Corki, but also the Cho'Gath, and also the Zac. And there we go, we see that Bannon minion. We're going to have to see how they're able to deal with this. I think they're just going to cause a fight to happen whilst there's still these cooldowns. If they had tracked that Trundle ult, Taric ult, then maybe they would call for an engage right now. But that's going to be up shortly. And there's that second banner. Was built by the Trundle. He had 3,000 in his pocket, so we just went back and built that. And that's going to get dematerialized now by Pepe. He held onto them. Excellent adaptation, which we see in the meta now, is just taking that minion demat and just sitting with it. Waiting just in case the enemy does get Baron. You don't have to use it, that's fine. But it's so painful if you can't deal with the banner minion. And showing up in this top lane. We've still got about 1/3 to go on the next banner from Taric, so we should be able to deal with this wave quite effectively. Cooldowns are resetting. Again, it's hot. Wow, okay. The crits are hurting from this Tristana. She is... You can now tell she's fed. The issue we see is they just can't go for a fight whilst Jackal's flash is down. If they ever start a fight whilst it's down, he's just going to get turned on and he's going to die. He cannot escape that Cataclysm. They don't have, you know, they don't have the Taric ultimate to defend them or anything like that. Stake. G-Cos. Benbow was looking for the engage. He popped his Righteous Glory, but just backed away from that one. And now we see Galio make an excellent use of the range of his ultimate. Is in the mid lane, shoving it out now. He doesn't need to be there with them. That would just be wasted of him. He's going to look to try and see if he can open up on that mid turret. This minion is doing some damage. Crimson looking to draw aggro on it. So it's not firing on the turret, which is good. Because he's not feeling the hurt of it whatsoever. But in this mid lane, Chicken Chow Kane is not feeling any hurt, and a fight is going to start up. Jackal looking to kite away from this one. The damage is there. Hero's Entrance is going to land onto them as Crimson is the first casualty of the fight. Bembo's going to soon follow as First Order Traitor is just decimating them. Double kill now for him. Going to follow that through for the triple, and he's going to look for the Quadra. I won't be surprised if he's going to be able to pick it up now. There it is. Nottingham are going to take this game. First win of the day goes to them. I think that puts them at 8-2 now. We will see Plebs go 7-3, so that is really good for this team. Excellent performance from them. They might actually be 6-3 before this. That would put them maybe 7-3. Either way, they're going to take this. And look at these scorelines. 2-0-12, 2-0-10. The power of this team fight comp is so disgusting. Jackal never really getting the opportunity to just completely shred the team like he usually does. Because the Taric ults. Oh! They're disgusting, man. Disgusting.